So today I'm going to run you through my ultimate meal plan for fat loss. Now this is the exact framework and method that I would use if I wanted to start dropping body fat tomorrow. So I would begin by setting a target for my calorie deficit. And this I use on a bit of a sliding scale, anywhere between 10 and 12 calories per pound of body weight. And I'm going to go on the more aggressive side and go 10 calories per pound, which for me would work out at approximately 2,100 calories. Now, I'm not overly concerned about the rest of my macros, especially fats and carbs. However, protein, I will be pushing to maximize this in each of my main meals. Now, meal one, I'm always typically going to kickstart with eggs. Convenient protein source, of which can be done in several ways, and it's something that ultimately I enjoy. Now, I can increase the protein intake whilst keeping calories slightly lower by simply adding in some additional egg whites. I would then typically pair this alongside with some carbs, and for me there's always going to be a bread option, be that wraps or sourdough bread. However, if I wanted to cut back on calories, I would simply remove the carbs and add in veg for additional volume. Now I'm always going to pair my breakfast with a cup of coffee, and my go-to is a flat white. And this for me is a non-negotiable even in a fat loss phase. And if I wanted an additional coffee, I would go for something like an espresso or black Americano. Now meal two is actually typically something left over from the night before. I like to double up on my evening meals, so then it removes the decision for what I should have for lunch for the next day. Again, this is always going to be based around a protein source, typically chicken, beef, or fish. Some form of carbohydrates, be that bread, rice, potato, or pasta. And then I'm going to bulk out the rest of that meal with some additional vegetables. So in between my lunch and my evening meal, I typically have a snack. Again, this is going to be a little bit more protein heavy with either a whey protein shake or some Greek yogurt. And then to mix it up, I use a variety of different fruit, again, just to add in some additional volume, something sweet, and some extra nutrients. Now my evening meal is something quick, simple, and protein packed. So this could be something even like beef burgers, chili, chicken pasta, or just the basic chicken and chips. However, I do weigh and account for the oils that I'm using with my cooking. Now I typically finish off the day with something sweet, generally around 100 calories. And that could be some chocolate, a biscuit, or when I'm in this hotter climate here in Colombia, something like an ice lolly. And that's me done for the day. It fits into my 2,100 calories. It gets me approximately 170 grams of protein. It's quick, it's simple, and most importantly, it keeps me on track. And because I work with calories, I can easily adjust for things like social events or changing in meals, or even factoring in one of my favorite beers. And if you like a simple and practical approach to fat loss, make sure to head over to Instagram and follow me over at TA Fitness Online. And finally, if you want to see more videos to help you get in shape and stay in shape, make sure to hit that subscribe button.